The two-pot retirement system will allow for pension fund members to have access to 1/3 of their pension savings, while it will be mandatory for the other 2/3 of their pension to be preserved until retirement, to better ensure that more South Africans have decent retirement savings when they stop working. Labour Trade Union Federation Cosatu says the introduction of the new two-pot retirement system is long overdue, adding that it's been in talks with the government and financial services industry about this relief since 2020.
We're quite pleased. We've been engaged with Parliament on this issue for almost 5 years now, since 2020, when we first tabled the proposals during the height of COVID-19, the lockdown, when workers were struggling to access the money. It's been a long journey. We've been frustrated at times that National Treasury has really just played hot and cold with us. They're on board 1 minute, next minute they want to delay. Then the next minute they're on board, the next minute they want to delay. And workers have been quite frustrated. Workers are really drowning in debt. Whether they have jobs or they don't have jobs, they're struggling. You have an economy of a 41% unemployment rate. Many workers have lost wages. Many workers have not even seen wage increases to keep pace with inflation. The cost of living has risen, electricity tariff hikes, the repo rate hikes, etc. Food inflation, petrol inflation, and so forth. So workers have really been looking forward to this.
However, it's not yet set in stone that the two-pot system will actually come into effect come March 2024. There are consultation processes that still need to take place with the Finance Minister.
So the process from now is that the chair of the standing committee would write to the Minister of Finance. The Minister of Finance then has 14 days to respond to that, because obviously what they voted for differs with what the Minister of Finance put forward.
Once there's a meeting of minds between the Finance Minister and the Parliamentary Finance Committee, it's only then that the draft legislation will be able to be passed by the National Assembly, thereafter the National Council of Provinces, and finally signed into law by the President. These hoops alone will take time. For the industry, it's concerned about having a proper legal and regulatory framework to get their houses in order.
Industry in general is saying, look, we actually need a bit more time because there's still uncertainty around the detail of the legislation, how the tax will be treated, how rules will be done, and communicating. But we may be in a situation where the bill gets passed, the date is 1 March 2024, and then it's ultimately left up to funds to look at getting ready. And then they'll have to see whether they are in fact ready, or whether they'll have to be on a best efforts basis ready shortly thereafter. But it does create a lot of uncertainty, a lot of issues for us.
Cosatu admits that if the 1st of March 2024 is the ultimate target date, the timelines to get a series of tasks done will be extremely tight, but emphasizes that it will be important to make it happen.
So there is a lot of work that needs to be done. We're not underestimating it. There's a huge amount of work, and partly because Treasury is dragging out matters unnecessarily. They really have not shown a measure of urgency when it comes to workers. They show a measure of urgency when it comes to squeezing workers out of their salaries, but not when it comes to giving relief to workers.
Cosatu says it will be crucial for the National Assembly to pass any proposed two-pot retirement legislation by before mid-December. That's less than a month away before Parliament takes its festive leave. It remains to be seen whether the myriad of processes yet to be undertaken will be concluded in less than 4 months' time. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.